What is up, everyone? Today we're showcasing a Master League Classic team I stole off of one of my GBL opponents, 789. After I faced them with this team, I really had to run it for myself. It features 3 very underappreciated Pokemon, Zekrom, Landorus, and Metagross. And it's honestly one of the most unique Master League Classic lines I've seen. So I ran it for like 5 sets and it did really well. Before we get into why this team works though and into my battles, I want to show you this battle I had with 789. In our battle, I ended up leading Ho-Oh into Zekrom, which is not great because I have a Giratina and a Zarude in the back as well. So Zekrom's quite a core breaker. They throw the move immediately though, which gives me a full Incinerate through because, well, 3 Incinerates is 15 turns and they throw that crunch on the 16th turn, so I get a full Incinerate. Really nice. But they call my Brave Bird. I was gonna Brave Bird, get a shield, and dip into my Giratina at that point, but they called it, which is now really bad. I switch into my Giratina anyway. I can't stay in whilst I'm debuffed. I get up the Ominous Wind before they're able to throw a crunch. We've thrown one more Shadow Claw before throwing that move, to be honest, but they shoot up anyway. It doesn't really matter. Let us go at this point. I wanna save shields for my Pokemon in the back. Because both Ho-Oh and Zarude are not awesome when shields are down. Or when you're shield down. Like, when shields are down, Ho-Oh is actually really great. But not when you're shield down. So, want to keep that. In comes a Landorus. This is not great either. Because the super power is super effective on Zarude. And a lot of damage. And Stone Edge just one-shots my Ho-Oh. So, I'm not in an amazing spot. That's why I bring in Zarude. I throw the Power Whip after they've thrown a super power. Throw another one here. I'm hoping to get to another Power Whip before I can reach the next super power, but I can't. Landorus is so incredibly spammy. It is so nice. I bring in Ho-Oh here. I should be able to get the Brave Bird before I get to the Stone Edge, so I throw it here, but I get extremely lucky and my charge move doesn't fire. That would have been a really nice catch for 789 at this point, but you know, that's the game. Unfortunately, the sec swaps don't always go through. I really hope they fix that soon. It is on a known issues list, so hopefully that's a fix we'll see soon, but we'll see. In comes Metagross. I end up undercharging this because I want one more Incinerate. It's not really gonna matter. They would not have died anyway, but yeah, still I got one Incinerate. I get the Brave Bird. They get to the super power. Does it kill though? Can I kill this with the Brave Bird still? Can't, and I lose the game. Very well played by my opponent here. GG. So yeah, after that battle, I really want to try out that squad. It seems very nice, and I'm a huge fan of Zekrom, Landorus, and Metagross in the current meta. Especially Landorus is a Pokemon I've been wanting to run for a very, very long time. Seems like such a powerhouse. And I've been spending basically all my lucky traits trying to get a great IV one. However, I never really managed to get a great one. But I do have a decent one, a 14, 14, 14. And I did a bunch of simulations on PvPoke, and it turns out it doesn't miss out on any break or bulk points. So it functions just fine, and it really did. It's so strong. It can beat the Dialga Zacian core, which is very nice in the current meta. Besides that, it has super power, which destroys all the steel types. It has Stone Edge to like hit for very hard damage on all the flying types. It beats Ho-Oh, can get close to Lugia, can beat Togekiss in the ones. It's really good. And even versus its hardest counters, it has a lot of play. Versus the ice types, you can hit it with superpower. Versus Kyogre, actually. If you get a little bit of energy advantage, they cannot farm you down before you get the 2 moves. Those 2 moves kill, so you usually end up taking a shield from Kyogre. So in this team, Landorus works as an amazing save switch. Especially with Zacian Lead, they have like really good synergy. Because even if a Kyogre switches in, which is the most common answer you'll see to Landorus, they're most of the time they're gonna farm you down. They have to use a shield in the process because you get the 2 moves. You'll bring in Zekrom, you'll have to use a shield as well because Blizzard will kill. But then you can farm it all the way down, get so much energy on your Zekrom, and Zekrom with energy is just really, really good. I'm running it with Crunch and Wild Charge because that's what 789 ran. However, after playing like 5 sets with this squad, I think I personally do prefer Outrage. Because I did come into some scenarios where having that nuke would have been quite nice. Also, my Zekrom is not best buddy, but if you have a best buddy Zekrom, that is what I would recommend. It hits a breakpoint versus Dialga, which can be quite huge. Metagross in this team is just a very solid anti-Charmer and anti-Zacian, besides also dealing with Dialga and Mewtwo just fine. Now, you might think this team looks pretty weak to Excadrill, especially in the lead. Zekrom loses to it, Metagross loses it. Well, you're right. But Landorus does beat it. And if you do end up getting into an Excadrill lead, you can most of the time switch in a Landorus quite safely. Because most of the time, Excadrill leads don't really have a great Landorus answer in the back. Usually it's like Giratina or Lugia paired with Excadrill, and Landorus has played there. You'll usually never see an Ice type with Excadrill, because that would be incredibly weak to Kyogre. And you usually don't see Kyogre with Excadrill either, because that's very weak to Giratina. It can happen, but usually it doesn't. And what that means is usually Landorus can burn 2 shields. So if you see an Excadrill lead, you go on Landorus, a lot of time you'll be able to burn 2 shields with a Landorus. And then Metagross is not that bad versus Excadrill, because you can just Earthquake it in the late game. So definitely a lead you can get out of. Anyway, enough talking, let's get into these battles. First game, I lead into Zacian, not great. I'll bring in my Landorus into this thing. Again, it's pretty okay matchup. I can take a Play Rough and I'll outpace to a Stone Edge plus Superpower here. That is how you end up winning this matchup. In the ones, I'm not sure if a Superpower kills from this range just yet, but with a couple more mud shots you will. I always shoot the first move here, just in case it's Play Rough. It actually Wild Charge though, which is not amazing, but that's fine, you know. Well, if they throw Play Rough, that's definitely worth a shield. And since they threw 2 moves, I was going to shoot the second one anyway. In on Zekrom, I'll throw a Stone Edge, expecting the shield here. And then I'll throw a Superpower straight after, because this will also do a lot of damage to this Zekrom. This is a team comp I saw a lot today, by the way. Or not today, the day I did this battles. I saw Zacian, Zekrom, and then it's either Dialga or Snorlax in the back. And either one is not great for me, but it is manageable. They bring in the Dialga versus Zekrom here. This is where Outrage would have been quite nice, because I could have gotten there. And, well, it would have done a lot of damage. However, they do end up shooting anyway, so that's okay with me too. Maybe I should have gone Wild Charge there, actually, because Wild Charge actually does a little more HP. And they get less farm, so that would have been good too, but they didn't use a shield, so I'm fine actually. I was bringing my Metagross, I have the Zacian, with no energy, I can farm this all the way down before they get to the move, and have an Earthquake stored to kill the Dialga, and that is game over. GG. Very nice. Alright, next battle, Giratina lead. This is really good. This is, I guess, where Crunch comes in handy, and then comes Sylveon. And it seems quite hard countered so far. However, this is not great. This is actually not amazing, because this is likely double charm. And with 2 shields, Togekiss can basically charm down the rest of my backline. Honestly, I think I made a mistake not shielding that Moonblast. I think I should have shielded that Moonblast, because then I might have been able to grab a shield of this Giratina. Because the way people play double charm is they just no-shoot that Giratina on the lead. And then the Togekiss with 2 shields hopefully just sweeps for them. But that's what, well, not hopefully for me, but hopefully for them. So yeah, they actually end up farming me down. If I would have maybe used a shield right there, maybe I could have let them use a shield too. But that didn't happen, unfortunately. In comes the Togekiss. Actually, awful timing here. But I have to throw the Wild Charge here to burn a shield, because I can only get to 2 Stone Edges with Landorus versus this thing. So I had to burn a shield with Zekrom. And now I bring in Landorus to hopefully get to 2 Stone Edges. I'm very worried about the switch timer though. If the switch timer comes up before I can get off these 2 Stone Edges, I think I'm gonna be in a huge problem. 1 Stone Edge coming out right now. And now, can I get to the second one before the timer comes up? I barely can. This will kill the Kiss for sure. And then we still have a Giratina on the back. But since I have a shield and I'm close to a move, yes, I can just kill this thing with a Superpower. And it is a good game right there. Very good. Nice. All right. Very close. All right, another Zacian lead. Again, you always want to switch Landorus. Don't want to go into your hard counter Metagross. Last time I had Zacian lead and Zekrom in the back. They actually stayed in longer with Zacian. This time I switched instantly to Zekrom. I will Stone Edge this thing. And then I think I overfarm. Maybe I should have thrown another Stone Edge like right away there. I think my plan now was to like Superpower a couple times. No, I ended up just throwing another Stone Edge. Interesting, interesting. They should kill if they no-shield it, which they do. And now they end up bringing in the Zacian again, I think. And they're going to be able to farm me down, I'm pretty sure. Maybe even before I get to 2 Stone Edges barely. No, I think I'm going to be able to get to another Stone Edge. Right? And I'm also expecting the Dialga in the back here. I'm really expecting the Dialga to throw right before my Stone Edge. Maybe I should have Superpowered there. I think that was a mistake. I'm also expecting Wild Charge though on this thing. A lot of these Zacian Lead have Wild Charge close combat, especially with the Zekrom. So it's bringing my Zekrom here, which seems crazy, but again, I'm expecting Dialga in the back. And if it's Dialga in the back, I want my Metagross on that. I'm bringing my Metagross right now, hoping to farm it down. But this was weird, alright? Wait, let me just rewind that real quick. I'm gonna switch in my Metagross, thinking this will kill in 2 bullet punches. But they actually end up getting a Snarl and the move before I get my second bullet punch off. That's kind of weird. I'm supposed to get 2 bullet punches before they can throw a Snarl and a move. But they throw a Snarl and a move before I get my second bullet punch. Which, I don't know, it's weird. I am shooting this. Even though I know it's probably Dialga, I just don't want them to be able to kill me with an Iron Head. You know, I want them to have to throw a Draco. Because now they're gonna have to throw a Draco to kill me. And if they throw Draco, maybe I can still kill him with Zekrom. But let's see. And I'm throwing a bait successfully, luckily. Now they do throw Draco, and maybe I can kill him now. This is where Outrage would have come in real handy. Not only Outrage though, also the Breakpoint. If I'd had the Dialga Breakpoint on my Zekrom, I would have been able to win this game. I would have farmed it down right now. So I think Best Buddy is really important for matchups like these. So if you do have Best Buddy Zekrom, go for it. That would have won me that game for sure. Also, the game just working properly and giving me those 2 bullet punches would have also, but you know, I can't control that, unfortunately. Alright, Giratina Lead is a very, very good one. This is where Crunch does come in handy. I always shoot the first move here because a Shadow Ball does hurt, and them staying in indicates that my Zekrom is really strong. This time, most of the time they actually do throw Shadow Ball, but this opponent actually decided to go Ominous Wind, which is a very good play because I ended up shooting it. Not wanting to go 2 shields down though, so just let this go. And now I'll farm up a bunch of energy still of this. What's that thing called? It's Giratina. Yes, we farm it down. Wild Charge the Zacian. I could switch to Landorus here, because if it's Kyogre in the back, I'm kind of screwed at this point. However, even if I switch out my Zekrom and save it with a low HP, I'm still screwed against the Kyogre. So just let it go, so I can ally my Metagross onto the Zacian. And it's a Ho-Oh. Now this seems pretty good, because I can Stone Edge this and kill it in one shot. Problem is, with the energy, the slight energy advantage they have, pretty sure they can get to 2 Brave Birds before I get the 2 Stone Edges. So I'm gonna Superpower Bait. And I really hope they shield this. If they don't shield it, I'm in a big issue. So, but yeah, I get to the Stone Edge. And this kills the Ho-Oh. I hope? I don't know, it's debuffed. Still kills. And yeah, they know it's over now and they concede. GG. Alright, another Zacian Lead, not great. I bring in Landorus, in comes Giratina. This is not awful, but it's not great. Giratina does win this. A Shadow Ball basically one-shots Landorus. It's very squishy, but these Stone Edges are really doing work as well. I'm shielding this up. They always throw Shadow Ball. They never bait. But I want a shield here. I really want a shield here, because then I can farm down and maybe hit a Wild Charge with a Zekrom. They do shield that one up. Can I get to another one? They throw right before I can get there. I think I don't know, we desynced a little bit right there as well, but this is what it is. We're going to Zekrom. Farm down the Giratina. They barely get to the move though, which really stinks. That really stinks. It's a Shadow Ball too, which really hurts. Farm down with the Dragon Breath though. Expecting Zacian to come back in. I bring in Metagross. I'm really hoping this is Dialga again, but this time it's Snorlax. So this is quite bad actually. Dialga would have been okay, I think. Though Dialga versus Metagross is still not straightforward, so it would not be awesome, but Snorlax is pretty bad too. These leaks are doing super effective damage. I don't know what moveset these run as well. I think normally it's Earthquake, could be Superpower too though. But if they throw a move right here, I'm pretty sure they can get to the Earthquake past Body Slam, so I'm just gonna call the Body Slam. Because I think even if they triple Body Slam, they win this game. I think I'm just gonna call it. But it is an Earthquake, not great. But yeah, as you see, they get to another Body Slam. So that was just a call I had to make, to be honest. And I no-shoot that move as well, just because I know the Zacian is still alive. And close combat will do more. But yeah, I can't get to double Wild Charge here. And this doesn't kill. Does like 50. And it's game over. GG. Right, Togekiss Lead. Quite bad. You also just want to go into Landorus right there, right away. I should like a Dragon Breath or 2 before I switch. Not smart. Just want to switch immediately, to be honest. But yeah, they stay in for a little bit, and now they bring in their guy, the Giratina. And since they switch so late, can actually go for another Stone Edge here before they get to the move. And if they let this go, I'll force switch. And if they shield, I can farm it down with Zekrom. So either scenario would have been fine with me. Since they let it go, though, I'm just going to shield this up and farm it down with Lando now. Luckily, they did not get the boost. That would have been quite painful. And I have a lot of energy, actually, because I can still Stone Edge this Kiss. Now, since they didn't force switch advantage, I'm guessing Zekrom is pretty useless. It's probably like the Dialga on the back, so they didn't need switch. However, I'll still take it. I have Metagross against his Togekiss now. This is for sure a flamethrower, so I'm shooting it up. There's a flamethrower, it's pretty nice. I'm gonna try farming this down now. They stay in, which is wild. Do they think they can get to another flamethrower? I don't think so. I don't think this is a flamethrower, but this is kind of scary. If this is a flamethrower, I think I'm screwed. Luckily, just an ancient power, and it is the Dialga in the back. And at this point, I can just go for double Earthquake and win this match pretty easily. Yeah, that's one Earthquake. Bring in the Zekrom to farm it down, but they know it's over. And GG, alright, here's the Excadrill Lead. And like I said, normally you don't see... alright, normally you don't see Kyogre in the back with Excadrill Lead, but this is an exception. So that really does stink. But yeah, like they have, my opponent here is smart. They know they have to shield a move, so they shield the first one. Which is fine with me. I can still hit another superpower, and this Kyogre will end up farming me down. This is not amazing though, but it's okay. I'm gonna shield this move up here, expecting the Blizzard, because they are Blizzard energy, and yes, it is the Blizzard. I'm gonna farm this down with Zekrom. This is where Crunch does come in kind of handy, I guess. I don't know what happened there. They got like 2 merch shots in while I was just standing, but it's okay. No Crunch. Defense drop? No defense drop, unfortunately. I will let this move go for sure, though. And now, I just hope I can, like... Honestly, I should have shielded up, probably. It's also Reshiram in the back. Like, this was just straight up hard. This was not your regular Excadrill line, unfortunately. This was the only Excadrill Lead I faced, so I didn't want to include it in the video. But this is, like, not a regular Excadrill line, so... It was not a great showcase, but still, I do feel like you can beat Excadrill leads with this line pretty often, I think. At least in the common team comms I've seen with Excadrill. Anyway, another Giratina lead, which are very common. This is great. Again, I shoot the first move, and it's a Shadow Ball this time. In comes Lugia, which is insane. Now I do have a really good answer in this in Metagross. We're just gonna fire off a Wild Charge first to either do a lot of damage or take the shield. In this case, a lot of damage. And now I can just farm this all the way down. They will for sure get to the Arrow Blast, but I should be able to farm it down. I could have also considered throwing the Meteor Mesh right before this Arrow Blast, to be honest. Because I'm pretty sure this puts me in farm down range for the Giratina. Where if I just... Yeah, this puts me quite low. Maybe I should have thrown a Meteor Mesh right before the Arrow Blast. I was like, oh, this is cool. I'll have 2 Meteor Meshes for the Giratina. But I could have also just had a bunch of health and like a Meteor Mesh. And I think that might have been worth it, because then I would have gotten a bunch of Bullet Punches as well. Because I already did some chip here. Yeah. They shoot it up, and I don't want to get farmed down, so I switch in Zekrom. They throw a move. Since they're staying in again, I will shoot this up. See what it is in the back. I think after I did that, I kind of realized I might have made a mistake, because if it's Dialga in the back, which is possible, then I'm honestly losing. I'm just losing the game if it is, because, well, she shoots down Landorus versus Dialga is not amazing, and especially if they can farm down my Zekrom. But luckily it is a Zarude. I can take this Dark Pulse still, get to the Wild Charge, that's slightly more. Could have also just gone for double Wild Charge, I think, but I was worried the Dark Pulse would kill before I got there. So that's why I crunched first. Arguably a mistake, but worked out. I can just go in Metagross now, farm it down with Bullet Punches, and now it's Landorus versus the low health. Giratina should be in a good spot. Should just superpower this Giratina right now. And it should be game over. I think that's the final game as well. It is. Yes. GG. Hope you enjoyed this video. Again, thank you 789 for allowing me to use your team. It's very, very nice. Really enjoyed it. And if you have access to this Pokemon, I do really recommend it. It's very, very fun. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one, everyone. Good luck with your battles.